been going around everywhere is the story of Delonte West. Chances of making it to NBA?
Probably like less than 1%.
Like, yeah, like 0.001% or 0.01%.
Pretty much.
So it's like, this is where I start to think, okay, how did this happen? Why would you mess with the most powerful man in basketball? Yo, what's going on? Here we are at J. Studios. This is the J.S show. I'm your host, John the J's, whatever you want to call me. I'm here with my co-host.
Kai Strong, you already know. 095 in the building. Yes, sir.
We up here in CT. Hey, we got a new subject. We got a subject here today. Basically, the story that's been going around everywhere is the story of Delonte West. It's been going around for about 3 years. I would say for the past 4 years, everyone's known he's been homeless. And it's kind of been like he gets up and down, up and down, up and down. It's been like a domino effect for this dude for years. And just recently, some YouTuber, I don't remember, I'll link them. I'll probably put the video right there. But basically, this YouTuber, this young dude, wherever I think it's Virginia, I think it was. Basically, my man's went out in Virginia, got in touch with Delonte West, hit him up, he consented to an interview and everything like that. And basically, he saw him, and I hate to say it, but like, Delonte West, he looked unrecognizable besides the fact that you could tell it was Delonte West. And he kind of came off like, you know those people in New York City, the homeless dudes? Yeah. You know, he came off like a zombie. and it was like, it's crazy because he's drinking like a damn Four Loko at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. He looks like a zombie. Yeah, he had like, those Rita things. Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. He's hanging out at 7-Eleven asking for $1. Like, he looked like a zombie. Like, it's hard. It's crazy to distinguish the fact that this man went from playing in like Madison Square Garden.
Dude was on 2K.
Man, like he was LeBron James' point guard and everything like that. Like he went from living almost every single kid's childhood dream to becoming every single human's worst nightmare.
I swear. In
like a span of like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, I get life can hit some people hard, but it's hard to ignore the fact that he made $16 million in his career. So basically today, So yeah, basically I just want to start off with the new video that we saw of him with the young dude and everything. I sent it to this dude.
Yes, sir.
What did you think of the video when you saw that?
Bro, I don't know. It was just mad, like, sad to see this dude just in that position, bro. But at the same time, like, just seeing this dude like still have kind of like be grateful that he's like alive and all that, he's dancing and stuff. I'm glad he's still keeping his spirits and stuff, but like, it's just bad. It's horrible seeing him like in that position though. Just knowing where he was before, knowing how like I used to love playing with this dude in 2K was, and like I don't know, like it's just sad, bro. But I'm glad to see that dude, that young dude, hitting him up though, and actually like forming a relationship with him. Cause like a lot of people didn't do that. Like when they saw him and stuff. Like even like Mark Cuban, I feel like he did something like it's like he didn't really try and do any lasting like stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
it was for social media.
Yeah, type. Because like he's a former Mavs player. Like I'm gonna show that I'm benevolent or something. Like should have put this dude in a house. Like sign. I mean, I'm not gonna tell someone to do with their money,
but still, you got a lot to it, and I'm sure $50K won't kill this man.
Bro, put this dude in an apartment, have him set for a year. Just put him in some classes or something. You can do a lot more for this dude. But
so crazy thing about that. So I actually got interested in Delonte West after seeing that he was homeless and everything. I did a little bit of research on him. A little bit like on my own, did some research on him. Apparently, Mark Cuban did get him an apartment.
He did
way back then when he was on the Mavs.
Cause he was apparently, so let me like, it kind of gets,
stuff.
Yeah, like, so it kind of gets crazy, and this is where I kind of like
when I see Delonte West now, I kind of was curious. It was like, how do you get there?
Yeah, like how? Yeah, exactly. How do you get all the way there? Like,
yeah, like how do you
like here? Like,
how do you get here? You know, because it's like I've heard of people who never had a chance in life make it out of that.
Swear.
You got people who from like the slums of the slums, making it out.
This dude just down there.
And this dude like made it.
He went back somewhere lower.
Even lower than like low is low, you know. And the thing about it, he has a wife and kids.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the video too. I'm like, what? Like, he's out here, one of the kids is at home, like.
That's
like,
why
their dad is just out there in the streets, like.
Yeah, and it's like that's why. So it's like it really made me wonder. So basically, I looked into this whole like scenario basically.
Yeah.
So looking into it, he had going all the way back after he got kicked off the team with LeBron. Now this is where everything went down for him. After the LeBron conspiracy came, or even though it's a conspiracy, but it's like it happened, you know. So basically, after that scenario happened, apparently he went so broke. He was working at Home Depot because the NBA lockout happened a year after he left LeBron.
Oh, so he didn't he couldn't get like a new contract or anything.
No.
You know, a lot of people didn't get new contracts. Oh, that's what it was.
And I'm gonna get into that too. Mind you, this is all after he left LeBron. Like all after that LeBron crap came out, and mind you, also, but let me not even get into LeBron stuff yet. So basically, mind you, he was working at Home Depot while the NBA was locked out. I think it was the 2011 season or something like that. He was working at Home Depot. Then, because he was spending all his money. He spent all his money. Mind you, he made $16 million, and his whole career. Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. For making three points a game, yeah, I'll take that.
16 million, dude. I'm set for. But he was working at Home Depot apparently, and then apparently he got into more because he had like a drug issue and everything like that. So apparently apparently he's like schizophrenic too, so he takes a lot of prescription pills. And I think he got he has a lot of mental health issues and everything.
He was schizophrenic while he was in the league.
Yeah, so that's why he kept bouncing from team to team and stuff because they couldn't deal with him.
Yeah.
So basically, so mind you, during the lockout, he was working at like Home Depot to support he was trying to pay $1 million mortgage off of Home Depot apparently. And then apparently I think he got evicted from that place, and then Mark Cuban has set him up with an apartment way back then. So Mark Cuban been out with it. He gave him an apartment and everything like that when he was on the Mavs, and then after he played one good season on the Mavs I think, and then they couldn't hold on to him because he was just that much of an issue.
Yeah.
So I think they cut him, and he was still letting him live in that apartment. And then also, people may not know this, there's a Vice documentary on Delonte West. What? It came out 8 years ago, and it's him in his apartment with his wife and kids.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I had no. There's
so it's talking about it's talking about his life, that part of his life.
Yep.
So before he even ends up this Delonte.
It's 3-4 years prior.
That's crazy. How come no one said nothing about that on Instagram?
No one talks about this. That's what I'm saying. So I started, I started looking at it, and I was trust me, I was mad, and because I'm just trying to figure out how does this happen.
Yeah.
There's no whether you go I don't care if you play a season or two in the NBA, you should be straight for life.
You should be straight. Yeah, for real.
You play a season or two in the NFL or NBA, there's no way you should at most you should be living in some small crib. You're not living in $1 million crib. That's the worst that should happen to you.
Cause even dudes what's that dude's name again? Doing that flop. He's known for flop. Kwame Brown. Even him, he's in a decent house or something. He has every reason to be in Delonte West's position. He's a flop, a mean flop.
And he's still probably
living sturdy.
He's looking fine.
Yeah.
That's why he don't care if people call him a bust.
Exactly. He's what? Man, I gotta work a day of my life.
Exactly. That's why it's how the hell you go from playing in Madison Square Garden with LeBron James to
on the streets of Virginia.
And mind you, the progression of his homelessness is the craziest thing. Because it went from like, whoa, to damn. Because what happened was, alright, so that Vice documentary came out in like 2013. He was out the league by then. I think he tried playing like overseas or something like that. I don't know if that worked. Because I think he ended up having to come back to the NBA or something like that. I don't know if it worked or not. But like he tried, like I don't know. He tried playing the G League and all this stuff. And then, like a year or two after his final season of wherever he played, there's a video of him like on the streets, drunk as hell, like not homeless, just out
there.
Yeah, like looking like
outside.
Yeah, like some dude was recording him drunk as hell outside of a convenience store. So mind you, this video was like in 2016, and then like 2 years later, people see him in the street begging for money. He's getting beaten up in the middle of the street. You saw that video?
Nah, I did not.
You didn't see the video of some dude stomping him out in the middle of the street?
What? Bro, I didn't even hear about that, bro.
Oh yeah, this came out like 4 years ago. There's a video of some dude stomping him out in the middle of the street.
Bro, that's sad, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Hopefully they didn't do anything. I don't know, like I need to see that.
Then the craziest video is when he's arrested. Dude looks like a heroin addict. Like his hair, like his locks all, like his braids is all messed up and everything. And it's like he's talking wild. No, you can't understand. So then after that, and then then every once in a while you see a video of him panhandling and stuff like that. Yeah. You see him like that's crazy, holding a sign. Can I get money? And then it's just like so then. Based off of all of that, it just leaves me baffled. And this is where conspiracies come from. Now, mind you, because the word conspiracy theory comes from the 1960s when John F. Kennedy was murdered. So conspiracy theories is a new term, and no one ever said conspiracy theories are false.
No, they're just theories.
Exactly, they're just theories. But remind you, the word conspiracy theory came out when John F. Kennedy was murdered in the 1960s. So anyways, this is for me to justify using conspiracy theories.
That's fine.
So my thing is like this. Basically putting all those details into the story and everything like that. I get it, he may have been hard on money and everything like that. But here's the thing. You're in the NBA. You're an NBA player, you're connected for life. You're connected to, and the NBA treats their players right.
For the most part, yeah.
Like, you played with LeBron James,
yeah.
You played on the Dallas Mavericks, you played for the Boston, like, yeah, I get it, you may have caused issues, but these teams still trusted you so much and saw that you were so talented that they still gave you a contract in the NBA. And that's like what's the chances of making it to the NBA?
Probably less than 1%.
Like, yeah, like 0.001% or 0.01%.
Pretty much.
So it's like, this is where I start to think, okay, how did this happen?
Yeah, for real. No, that's a good ass question, because like, bro, because like, you don't see that like a lot anymore, like where just people just end up homeless and they're in the league and stuff. Like,
I've never heard of this case before.
I swear.
Like, I've heard of NBA players going broke. Like, AI almost went broke, but...
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
But AI got saved because Reebok got him a deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Reebok saved him with that deal, too. Like, he had, like, trust fund money or something that put away from him.
So that's the thing. Like, he was set because it's AI.
Yeah.
You really think they're gonna let AI go broke? So that's what I'm saying.
And even him, like, he probably had, like, friends and shit like that was in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they probably would have helped him, too.
Exactly.
Got like a new bank account or something with some brand. Like, I don't know. Someone would have helped him though.
At least give him like 15, 20K. They're making millions.
Yeah, it's AI. Like
yeah, like I'm sure that's why I'm saying, how did AI not get you? I get it. Delonte West, AI. I get it, but still. They were both in the NBA, and Delonte West was a known figure in the NBA. He was not an unknown player. Remember that?
Yeah, true. They knew that he was good.
Exactly.
Like,
That's why this is where I started to bring it up. He played, mind you, his college teammate was Jameer Nelson. You know who Jameer Nelson was?
Yeah, he's on the Magic.
Yep. That's on, like, and they were boys. And Jameer Nelson made millions.
Yeah, he did. He made millions.
So, this is where I'm like, conspiracy. I have 3 conspiracies for how this thing went, bro. I got 3.
Yeah. Never it down.
Wait, you want to hear my first theory?
Yeah.
LeBron and 11.
Yep, I want you on that one.
I feel that plays a way bigger role than people think.
Bro, LeBron is a golden child of that league, bro.
Exactly.
I'm trying to tell people that, like, people think LeBron don't got all this power, like that he's not, like, you can't just, like, say a word and, like, something may happen, like, get somebody traded or something, like, bro. This dude, like, he's been in the league for, like, what, almost 20 years?
Yes.
And he's been, like, the number 1 player.
Yes.
Like, people go to every team that he's on, people go to the games to see him.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know, like, they, and just the way, like, the society acts when people have money or brings money for you, like, I don't know. Like, if he gets an attitude and wants something done, I feel like he could probably get it done.
That's what I'm saying. And mind you, he was just named a billionaire
Exactly.
like a month ago. But he's been a billionaire for years.
He's been a billionaire, probably. They just said it. He just announced it.
And it's LeBron. He's cool with everybody in the league. Everybody. Like, everybody who's powerful in the league is cool with him.
Yeah, pretty much. If you know LeBron, then you're cool. Like,
You're set.
If LeBron knows you or acknowledges you, like, you're like, you know, you're probably like, oh my god, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're set.
Like, if LeBron just actually looks your way, bro.
You're set. And imagine being his point guard.
I swear. Yeah, Delonte West, he was his point guard. I forgot.
Imagine being the man that was making him look even better.
Yeah.
And then you go and
Fuck his mom. That's grimy. Bro, no. When you put it like that, bro.
I hate to laugh. All right, it's not funny, but in this case, it's like, why is no one, like, I understand, like, no one, this is like my number 1 conspiracy for all this crap. I don't know what LeBron may have done, but if there was one person who had the power to make an NBA millionaire go completely homeless,
It's LeBron.
it's LeBron.
Right for it. Like, who else? Like, nah, it's LeBron.
Who else is touching that? Like, why would you mess with the most powerful man in basketball besides Michael Jordan? The only other person that's more powerful than him is Michael Jordan.
But it's like,
And we saw Michael Jordan kept Isaiah Thomas off the Team USA.
yeah, yep. he had the juice to do shit like that. It's
Like, he kept that man off the most iconic team in basketball history. Like,
crazy.
that's why I'm like, these dudes got power.
Yeah, when you bring in all that money for the league, there's be some things under the rug for you.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know. I had the theory that maybe like after, because mind you, you know the series that it came out that I didn't know about it because we was young. You feel me?
Yeah.
When apparently the series that it came out that he did this with LeBron's mom was that Celtics series when they blew it. Like, you know the series where LeBron like throws off his jersey in the tunnel?
Yeah, but that's like the series. That's like the semis, the East semis or something. Like before when the Celtics won the championship or something, right?
Yeah, I think it was that
series. Before,
series.
a year after, or something like that.
And mind you, he threw his jersey off because he was that pissed, and he never came back to Cleveland after that.
Oh, okay.
And mind you, that the rumor I believe came out during that series.
Oh, okay. So you're good now with that.
Like, you know, connecting the dots.
Yeah, this dude, like, all that stuff, he's just weighing on his head and all that. He's like, damn.
And then Delonte West is blacklisted from the NBA after that.
Right after that. Damn.
And then all of a sudden, like 6 years later, we find bro on the street homeless.
life ruined.
Ruined.
One mistake. Don't ever mess with LeBron's mom.
Hey man, I'm not saying nothing, but I'ma just alright. So conspiracy number 2, I believe that he had a mental health problem.
Yeah.
I believe that. Honestly, I believe that my man's legit. He's really like schizophrenic. Like he probably has the bad case of it.
Probably could have like some breakdowns in practices or like
Yeah.
even during games or something.
Yeah.
Probably anxiety issues.
I feel,
on top of that.
I feel like he either stopped taking his medication or something, or I feel like he just, like you said, anxiety breakdowns. I feel like, and mind you, in that video, obviously he's homeless. That's what homeless dudes do. They drink all damn day.
Yeah.
But he was drinking at like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, shit.
yeah. It's like, I heard that's a way that a lot of them block it. They'll use a lot of like numbing drugs like that to like block it. If you drinking a can of what's that, like that 4 Local crap at 2 p.m.
Yeah, you don't feel a little good.
Yeah,
you don't feel like I'm good right now. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even realize you're homeless. You won't even realize it.
Yeah, sure.
And alright, and then conspiracy 3. I think he did it to himself. Conspiracy 3. I think it's a bad case of just burning bridges with nearly everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's just a bad case where you just burn the bridge with everybody.
But just like it just shows that you can't like when you have a mental health problem like in the league, it may not be, or just anywhere, like it may not be taken like as serious as it should. Because like even just like I don't know if I'm probably gonna take it somewhere, but like if you just look in the black community and stuff, like like we don't take like mental health problems like as serious as like we really should. I feel like, or even like that person's just crazy, this and that, like that person's just crazy, or whatever. Like so like actually like thinking about why they act the way they are, or act the way they act, or like or helping them like treat what they're going through or something like that. Like just like in the league, it's full of a whole bunch of like sad to say 70% black people or whatever. I know you're on this team, bro, and it's like you have a mental health breakdown or whatever, and then people just he's weird, he's crazy. Like we don't want to play with him. Like we don't want to pause. We don't want to like be be around him.
It's not addressed properly.
Yeah, and it may not be addressed properly, and like people just I don't know. So I think it could be one of those things, like,
because I feel like the organizations were giving him a chance, but I don't think the players,
you know what I mean? Like, I can just tell from I just know from my experience, like playing sports, like, there's kids that have issues, like, but we don't always take into account that alright, that kid has issues, let's like give him a break or something, like, hey, but hey, it could probably be like because this dude fucked his mom, LeBron's mom.
It could be as simple as that, bro.
Yeah, who knows? But I don't know. Like just from what I've heard, man, from what I heard with the mental health problems that he's been going through, and just like from my personal like experience, not like my personal experience with it, but just my personal like experience witnessing it. Just like I just know that people get sick and tired of that stuff like quick, especially when they don't have the knowledge and like the just the experience to deal with it or whatever. Like people they have like their own like selfish desires. They just want to win the championship, they want to win the ring. They block everything else out, like what their teammates might be going through and all this stuff. And that may even make him feel even more alone and make him spiral even faster too. Because he doesn't feel like he has anybody. Because like maybe his family neglected him or something. Like I mean, he had a wife and kids, whatever. But I mean, like as a man, you gotta have like a certain like persona like for your family and stuff. So they may not even know like what you're really going through. Because you don't open up to them or and this and that. So I don't know. Like I just feel like this dude Delonte, man, he's struggling and badly. A little bit.
Yeah, you did. Like jumping off of what you just said, basically, like you're right. It comes down to like I feel like it's a mix of he made some dumb decisions. Because there's evidence of it. Bro was working at Home Depot to try and pay $1 million mortgage.
Yeah.
But then it's also society. Because you see, he be, give me $1, Delonte!
Yeah. It's just like, they just care about either they just see Delonte, like, he has a name or whatever, but what, you know, what are you doing to help him? Like,
exactly.
You know.
It's like I'm glad though. Remember in the video, bro gave him some money. The minute he asked for $1, I respected. That's why after I saw that, I was like, nah, he's a real one.
Exactly, I respected that too.
He gave him like probably a couple $100.
Yeah, it looked like a couple bills.
Like, he gave him a couple hundred. He gave him a couple hundred. I respected the hell out of that.
Swear.
But it was like, yeah, you know, it's like I kind of look at it like it's kind of like both. Like, yeah, he's in a messed up situation, but like you were saying, it comes down to the black community. We don't really focus on like those mental health issues like that. It's tough to address stuff like that in the community, you know.
It is.
Because we're taught so much. You gotta be tough, hard, and you know.
Swear, bro.
And it's like I understand that because you know we know what our ancestors went through and everything. We know what our parents, like grandparents, whoever went through like that. So it's like it comes in. That's what a societal issue comes into because it's like it's hard for like that type of issue to be addressed and understood.
Exactly.
And then from the outside of the black community, it's like, oh, he's just a bastard. He's a basketball player that blew all his money.
Exactly. They don't really go the next step and take into account what he could be dealing with. They just see the image or they just see this or you know what I mean. But
they don't want to. Yeah, you know, it's because there's a lot more to it than just a basketball player that went broke.
Exactly.
You know, it's a lot more to it. And hey, man, the whole issue is just so sad.
It is.
Like. You touched up a lot like that topic. That's why I'm trying to figure out what to say. But I mean, if you want, we could just start concluding now. Because we went for we up to nearly 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
So I mean, you want to keep going, or you got anything else to say?
Man, stay up, Delonte, bro.
And everything like that. Like Delonte West. That issue is insanely sad. Like, there's no way of looking at it without it being like, damn.
Yeah, real shit.
Cause homelessness is something I never wish on my worst enemy. Like, I wouldn't work. Like, even the people I don't like, I know who you are. I would not wish that on anyone. Cause when you see someone be homeless, it's like how you how did you get there? You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot to it because you usually look at it like what's the background, where they come from,
what is this person's story?
Yeah,
I always think about that when I see one too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like, wow, like when they say oh, this homeless person was a doctor or whatever, like this was a lawyer, this and I'm just like, what did that person do to get to where they were? Yeah. Or where were they before they got to this point? Yeah, because it's like these people really could be retired professional athletes too. Like,
exactly.
Imagine if you didn't know. My fault.
No, you good.
Imagine if you didn't know. Imagine if I never watched basketball and I see Delonte West just standing on the side of the road. I would not know who he was, bro. I would just know that he's a homeless dude. That I'd just be wondering. I'd just be left wondering, how did he get to that point? What was he doing in another life, or whatever?
Exactly.
So, I don't know, just crazy to think about that kind of stuff. Don't ever don't ever look at a homeless person and just feel like it's always just just completely on them too. And I feel like even with Delonte West, he had some mental health issues that probably weren't even understood yet. Maybe if he was in the league now, and he was going through those issues, it'll probably be a little bit easier, because people care about that kind of stuff now. Back then, the early 2000s, people didn't care about that, bro.
So you could, man, if you was a ball player, you had to fit a certain role, a narrative.
Swear.
You couldn't, that you're right. You look at like you said, that was a perfect statement. If we didn't know, if he wasn't no celebrity, he's a celebrity though. Yeah, but if he's celebrity, if he wasn't a celebrity, a known ball player, LeBron's former teammate, and we would have we would see him on the street and be like, oh, this is another homeless dude. Nothing. It's but the reason why we think about it so tough is because
we used to play. We used to watch this dude on TV all the time.
Literally, bro, used to watch him on TV.
Like I remember playing with him in 2K.
Video game, like this dude had the ratchet, the left hand. Bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm like. That's the only reason why we really look at it this way, but it's like, it's an unfortunate situation. Like you said, it can be anybody.
Yeah.
This scenario, that's why I say I don't wish it on nobody, because if it can happen to $1 million NBA player, it can happen to anybody.
Me, you,
Anybody.
anyone, no one's safe.
Yeah. So, I think I'm going to conclude it there. Delonte West, I hope he gets some help. Please, y'all, if y'all see him, give him $1. Nah, $10, man. Come on. We used to watch
that wallet, bro.
Right, we used to watch this man.
Yesterday on 2K exploiting his fucking talents.
Right.
Yo, man.
Come on,
watching them basketball games is exploiting his talents, bro.
Right. Come on, give him something. And NBA, like, even though the NBA should help him, but like I said, I think LeBron plays a role in that. And I'm sure if you help him out, LeBron's gonna cut you out. He's gonna blacklist your ass too. So it's like, but hey, like I said, I'll conclude it here. Delonte get some help.
Yes, sir. It's good to be here. My first podcast, you know what I mean? Feel me?
Nah, I always